anybody in this room that's ever been in love will testify to this shit. This shit.
This don't even feel good. It's been a minute, ain't it? The expression on my face right now is painted. Remember the start of it, when you got all of me and we both was a part of it. And I got all of you and I put my whole heart in it. That was back in the day, the happier days. A few months ago, I wanna get back to that way.
If you haven't contemplated murder, you ain't been in love. If you haven't seriously thought about killing a motherfucker, you ain't been in love.
Is it impossible to backtrack, to go from being what you are to being like that? If it is, I give it all just to make it so. And if you wanna be on board, please let me know before it's too late and the ship has to go, or before we get stuck and don't get the chance to grow. You can't tell me you don't feel it too, though I'd rather work with you than work with someone new.
If you haven't contemplated murder, you ain't been in love. If you haven't seriously thought about killing a motherfucker, you ain't been in love.
The arguing and bickering, making the transition in. Lust for other women in positions I can get them in. We ain't married, but tonight I need some consummation. No second guessing, stop hesitating. Cause once you let go and give me all of you, we can start the next chapter and begin something new. But you won't, so it's fuck you, I hate you. And if I have to, I'll find someone to replace you.
If you haven't contemplated murder, you ain't been in love. If you haven't seriously thought about killing a motherfucker, you ain't been in love.
They just words, but they hurt deep. And sometimes I should, but I don't creep. Long distance, making close choices. They always trying to holler, and I ignore the voices. But you ain't on your job, and they would kill for it. Not to say that I would let girls replace you, but to say it so that it can motivate you. Though I'd rather work with you than work with someone new.
And anybody in this room that's ever been in love will testify to this shit. This shit. If you haven't contemplated murder, you ain't been in love. If you haven't seriously thought about killing a motherfucker, you ain't been in love. If you haven't had a can of rat poison in your hand and looked at it for 45 minutes straight, you ain't been in love. If you haven't bought a shovel and a bag and a rug to roll their ass up in, you ain't been in love. If you haven't practiced your alibi in front of the mirror, you ain't been in love. And the only thing that stopped you from killing this motherfucker was an episode of CSI.